The information that I've learned from the SGBV training has taught me a lot of things, and I've learned a lot of things like how to handle a victim of SGBV, how to interview the victim, how to help the victim in all the process that I'm supposed to do as a police officer.
In addressing SGBV cases, we have learned a lot from how they occur and knowing how they are affecting the community. For example, I would say I didn't know much about we used to hear about only sexual matters, but we have also gained about emotionally, economically, and other things from the same. So from it, we have learned a lot of how to receive these clients when they come to our offices, and how to treat them and how to interview them mostly when they come, as they always come traumatized. And this has made us to be able to understand these people when they come and see the possible ways we could receive them as we are talking to them, so that they should feel as that the officers they have reached is this confidentiality and the respect, so that for them to come out and give us all the information as we are dealing in their cases. We have also learned how we should take their cases further by taking them to the hospital and the counseling, and let us see how the survivors can be treated.
Here in Eastern Province, we've got a lot of cases of sexual gender-based violence, and they are on the rise. This workshop has really helped me on how to go about it. You know, most of our victims, others are not reporting these cases. They are quite there in our communities. People are sitting on it, and I'll try to the best interest of what I've learned in this workshop. I'll make it possible to say that these cases are supposed to be reported to the police, so that victims are helped out. You know, when reducing, it is not an easy task, but it will involve a lot of efforts, of which we need to go outside there, sensitize, educate the community and Eastern Province at large, so that we end this vice of sexual gender-based violence, or rather reduce them.
All the topics that were tailored for this particular case, for this particular training, are very important. But most of all is decision making and interviews. The biggest problem that we've had over the years was how to handle the victims of crime, more especially the traumatized victims or survivors. So the handling, they needed to be handled with a lot of care, and that care we did not have. But this is what this particular training has done to provide that skill that may have lacked for years among our officers, or underdeveloped, because of course they have been doing things but in so many ways. But with this training on how to handle vulnerable victims and witnesses, they will be able to take care of their clients, the victims, without causing much harm. They will know how to speak to them, and this is what the training has provided. What we intend to create here is we have two areas in which we are the areas we are looking at when conducting this training. One of such areas is how does the community get engaged to help us in policing their respective communities, and then on the reactive part, how the officers handling the investigations to ensure that acquittals are minimized and the correct persons are taken to court, and then positive results come out of court. So out of that, we expect a situation where we are training maybe 700 officers in the seven provinces that we are targeting. So if we get the 700, that will have a multiplier effect, and this is what we want to do, to establish among the officers that when they go out, they should be able to reach out to their friends. Every opportunity they have, station lectures, parades, they should be able to talk about the message of decision making, interview of victims, and how to put a survivor or victim at the center of the duties that they do, as opposed to giving much priority to the investigation and then neglect the victim. So we want there to be a balance. This is where we are pushing the officers attending the training, that they are not just ordinary participants, but they are being trained to be trainers. So they will supervise the works of their colleagues in stations, and in that way, over a long term, we'll have a situation where the 700 that are targeted may multiply maybe to 20,000 officers all reached out with this particular information. Above all, we are going to create mechanisms to monitor and evaluate the programs, maybe short term, medium term, and long term. This has been a dream. To the sponsors, really, we say we really appreciate this, because I have currently served this country for 29 years, and I know that the works of our officers was not all that up to date. And what this sponsorship has done is to bridge the gap in terms of knowledge, to lessen the gap on the knowledge levels among the officers and the skills. So we really say thank you for this contribution, and it's going to go a long way to create a good image for the police, as well as confidence in the public.